Dear colleagues and dear students and my fellow participants, today I want to discuss about my paper and my presentation on plausibility of a SETI probe and search parameters for an interstellar SETI search. Obviously, everybody who's participating in this International Astronomical Congress would know what SETI is, which is Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. As you're aware, our genre, the scientific genre, is full of extraterrestrials, and if we think about it, we live in a vast universe which is practically infinite by our standards. Therefore, it would be logical to say that mankind cannot be the only intelligence in the whole universe. It does not make any sense. It would be too fatalistic or too deterministic to think that mankind is the only intelligent civilization that exists in the galaxy, much less the universe. Therefore, a lot of work has been going on in the scientific community, including NASA, on search for extraterrestrial intelligence for decades. Obviously, there's a history to it. I mean, Frank Drake was the first person, the first scientist we know that actually started a scientific method of searching for extraterrestrial intelligence. Today, as you can see on my presentation on the left, we have many radio astronomy projects that talk about or that focus on listening to signals that come from outer reaches of the galaxy, to see if you can find some sort of a repetitive pattern that might denote that yes, an extraterrestrial intelligence exists. This is what we call a passive search for extraterrestrial intelligence. We listen to signals and we try to see if we can actually determine any signals that says that yes, some other intelligence may exist, and perhaps we can try to communicate with them. Now, if you look at my presentation on the right, you see a fictional representation of the Voyager 2 spacecraft. As you know, the Voyager 2 was launched in the 1970s. A couple of years back, it was able to exit our solar system by passing through the heliopause, which is, for all intents and purposes, the boundary of our solar system. So actually, humankind has a spacecraft outside of our solar system, and in a way, Voyager 2 is also a SETI project, though it was designed to collect a lot of data about our solar system and the existence and the creation of the solar system as it passed through the outer gas planets. But eventually it also contains a gold recording of various sounds and speeches from important people of that time. This is so that if it comes across another intelligence through that recording and through the information on Voyager 2, they can have some idea of the human race, and perhaps they would be interested in communicating with us. So Voyager 2 is actually an active SETI search probe. So this is what my paper is all about, or this project is all about. If we are intent on searching for extraterrestrial intelligence, while radio astronomy is a good way of accomplishing this, we actually need to have more active search systems, and one of the ways to do that would be to actually have an interstellar probe. Now, the requirements for interstellar travel for this SETI probe would be to have obviously a high specific impulse, because you need to have you need to be able to reach high speeds so that you can go as far as possible from the solar system, because the more you go away from our solar system, the less you are exposed to the noise generated by the planets, the sun, etc. So being out beyond the solar system, beyond the heliopause, like Voyager 2, would give you more chance to actively and passively search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Passively in the sense you would be able to pick up signals where you might not be able to pick up from Earth. Actively in the sense you can actually transmit signals and see if you can find or scan for some repetitive patterns that might suggest intelligence. Obviously, such an interstellar probe would have to have durability of its structure. It needs to have a continuous energy source. It needs to somehow be able to collect propellant, perhaps hydrogen, from interstellar space, so that it would have a longer term mission. It would have to shield itself from interstellar particles and radiations. It would have to have advanced computer systems and advanced sensors. In a way, the Voyager 2 is also fulfilling some of the requirements you see on the slide. Of course, it's at very low speeds, and as far as we know, most of the systems are not operational. But still, technically, it's traveling through space, and if an interstellar civilization were able to find it, they would actually have an idea about the existence of humans. So, of course, for the success of such a mission, you would, like I said, need higher speeds so you can cover greater ground. You would need to create a certain spiral pattern search so that you could cover a maximum amount of area in interstellar space past the heliopause, so that you have more chance of sending signals and receiving signals. Both active and passive search can be conducted by such an interstellar probe, so that we can have greater chance of coming across perhaps another intelligence. So thank you very much. This was a short presentation. You can look at my other work at www.drguan.com, or you can contact me at drguan@live.com. Obviously, SETI is a long-term work, and I'll be happy to communicate with anybody who's interested in such work. Thank you.